Okay, just a really quick thing. I just want to say that I have done a video that I'm so excited to release about Orange County, and YouTube is taking forever to approve the ad suitability for it. So I really hope you guys will be patient with me for them to approve it so I can release it. Because it's really good and it has a lot of insider information on some of the like back and forth social media arguments happening between Sweet James and Noella Bergner. I always called her Bergener, but it's Bergner, turns out. Who knew? Anyway, I hope you guys will watch that video. Please, if you like my channel, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Now let's get into some intel on the Lala, Kent, and GG from Shaws of Sunset and Randall drama, right? So I was really shocked that, okay, so we're on season 9 and it's episode 12 at the moment that I'm watching. And I noticed that GG from Shaws of Sunset, who by the way is pretty outspoken anyway, she shows up at Lala Kent's beauty line launch I thought it was in support of Lala, but I think it was in support to Randall Emmett. And what happens in this episode is Lala asks GG if she would go ahead and post some images from her, Lala beauty like launch party, or not launch party, what was it, like a promotional party, maybe some new launch of some new colors. And so Gigi's like, of course, girl, I got your back. I'll do it. No problem. Anyway, I thought she was there for Lala, but it turns out she must have been there for Randall Emmett because so Gigi says on her social media, walk away and stop complaining unless you're ready to take accountability for choosing to stay after the first red flag. Because all of the press media shit ain't cute when it's about the father of your child. Okay, Gigi. All right. So isn't it funny how people, they go on the high horse and then they are like the dirt bags, and then they go on the high horse and they're dirt bags. Like, I kind of feel like no one should be on a high horse at this point. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Like, maybe everybody should table the judgment for a second. Have an opinion, maybe share it, but maybe not be so judgy. So here's the thing. Lala has indeed been coming out every single day with a new press story against Randall Emmett, okay? I mean, it is really kind of over the top at this point. Like, I went through the same thing Lala did. Remember, you guys may know this, but my ex was cheating on me since I was 8 months pregnant. My ex left me for another woman that he was having a completely separate existence with in another place. Actually, my situation, as I talk about it, is worse than Lala's, honestly, that I went through. And I was a public figure at the time, and it did play out in the media, and then he destroyed my life. Okay, so like that aside, okay, like Randall is quiet. Oh, by the way, my ex broke into my Twitter and started putting me down on my own Twitter, and then broke into my Facebook and deleted my Facebook and all my memories, which is why there is no, like, that's gone, okay? So I'm just saying, Randall is, if he was flirtatious, I still don't believe he's cheated because he told me he didn't. And I haven't seen anyone sell stories, which I think they would at this point. And as far as we know, and I'm sure we would know otherwise if it wasn't happening because Lala's talking about this so much publicly, he's paying her bills still partially. He's, supporting the baby. He's seeing the baby. And so he hasn't jumped ship or done something really dramatic to hurt her, not even publicly, verbally. So, I mean, it could be so much worse. Like, I mean, my ex stopped paying our rent so we would get evicted. And I was supporting my 90-year-old grandma, my nanny, all these people. So, like, I literally had to, come up with like a $25,000 rent, all the salary for my nanny, protect my grandmother, who I was also supporting, and protect the baby that was his responsibility with me. Like, it was such, and then, and then he attacked me. So like, I don't know. It just could be so much worse. It just could be so much worse. I'm like, so I kind of am like, oh my gosh, maybe like it would be good for Lala to know that it could be so much worse. I mean, you guys know I haven't even received any child support ever. So like, she's getting support. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of worse circumstances. So I just feel like Lala maybe should just be grateful that, her situation isn't that bad. What is the purpose of this video? Well, it's for me to express a few things, okay, to all three of these people. Number one, I have already said to Randall that I think that I know he's staying out of the media because he's trying to protect his kids. And that really is, I believe, the reason that he's staying out of the media and he's not attacking Lala, okay? Whatever way he would do that. Like, I don't know what he, there's two sides to every story, right? So, I'm sure there's some things he would say. That said, I've already told him, I don't think you're playing this correctly because you shouldn't be Mr. Mystery Man right now. Like, the narrative is completely out of control. You're not involved at all. And you're like Mystery Man. Like, come on my show and talk about it, or go and like make a statement. But like, Mystery Man is just going to add fuel to the flames and perpetuate it indefinitely, because every day Lala leaks stories. Certainly I have an agenda. I never hide my agenda to any human. I really always try to, like, I'm on YouTube because I monetize. Like, I'm like an open book, okay? I've already been destroyed. I have no reputation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't look to me for inspiration, guys. Like, you're never going to find it here. I'm just a person, and I'm not extraordinary in any way. You know what I mean? I'm just a person. So to me, I'm just like, I guess I was kind of like, Randall, just come on the show and own what you did and own what you didn't do, and let's move on, really, and but he's so conscious of the children, and that's really, I think, honestly, I do believe him on that front. So we'll see how about that goes. But with every leaked story that Lala puts out there, he looks like more and more of an a-hole. Okay, so, I don't know. It wouldn't be me. I'm telling you right now, it would not be me taking the high road. Randall, you're better than I am. Okay. So Lala, meanwhile, drops another story about Randall today, which I'm going to talk about. Let me quickly interject with my feedback on GG. Although I appreciate GG from Shaw of Sunset sticking up for Randall because she thinks that Lala is taking this too far by dropping something in the media every single day against Randall in like a new capacity that's like a dig or like a put down or whatever. I mean, I think she's attacked like him in the sack. She's attacked his diamond was fake or not fake. It was like not the high quality stone that she thought it was. That, there were red flags. He wasn't involved too much with the baby when she was leaving. That was another one she said. There was like red flags that, he was always away, and the text messages, and she was just like so loyal and silly that she never noticed it. And I wanted to say this. Okay, so GG, although that is all true, and I agree with GG from one perspective, it's like, wow, like every single day, Lala, like I kind of am starting to feel like it's gone from like an attack, like I'm pissed, you hurt me, I want to hurt you back, to a publicity stunt while Vanderpump Rules continues the season and goes into the finale. So I'm just saying, I'm sensing that. And you guys know that I ran an ad agency for 16 years, and I also have been a publicist. So that said, I think it's strange that GG is coming to Randall's protection in the media, being that she's on Shaw of Sunset, not Vanderpump Rules, and that she just showed herself on television as being really supportive to Lala's brand and like a friend of hers. And I kind of was like, why wouldn't she stay out of it? Like, where did that come from? This sudden protection of Randall. And I was like, especially to comment publicly. It's weird. Very strange. I mean, my advice to GG really would be, she should maybe stay out of it. That's all I'm saying. It's probably dangerous to be in it. I mean, I have nothing to lose, but certainly she does. So I would say GG should stay out of things that don't involve. Maybe GG has a crush on Randall. Ooh, wouldn't that be juicy? Oh, okay. No, I don't have any insider information on that. I'm just saying it would be very, very cool if that was the case. Okay. That would explain everything. All right. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, I'm so silly today. I'm in a really silly mood. Well, I just think that Lala probably at this point really should probably cool it on all the different announcements. Now, today's announcement that she said was this. Well, she said her sex life improved. And so I guess by that, she means I'm having sex now, Randall. And obviously not with you. And it's better than when I had sex with you, which is like a put down to Randall's sex ability, I guess. I don't know. So that was like a very clever wordsmith, thing to put out there. And then she said this, which was really shocking. She said that she would like to meet the girls that took the photo with Randall and talk to them. I'm assuming on her podcast, right? So that she could thank them. Okay, she said this. We had such little communication during the time that those photos surfaced to the time that I moved out. I say I did what I needed to do to remove myself from that home with my baby in tow. I will forever be grateful to those girls walking across the street with Randall Emmett because they saved me. And then she said, two girls, I wish I knew who they were because I would start sobbing and telling them, you saved me. Thank you so much. Okay. I don't know where she's coming from on this. Like, I would never want to talk to the girl that my ex left me for and that was hanging out with him, knowing full well that he was with me because it was all over the media and TV. And so no, I wouldn't be sobbing and thanking those girls. I'd be like, listen, you doe-eyed bitches. You're gross and stay away from my man and anybody else's man. Okay, so I'm not getting this Lala response at all. To me, she's probably, I don't know if you guys know this, but the person who broke this story was an influencer by the name of Girl Gans and a number. She has different ones. And I think for whatever reason, she's gone missing off Instagram. Okay. And this has nothing to do with Randall, I don't think. I just know that she's missing. And I think it had to do that she everyone's rumoring that it had to do with the fact that she exposed this hustle on Instagram that was happening with influencers using Telegram and all this stuff. Anyway, you I don't know. I'll put in the description her last post and you guys could go check it out if you want on Instagram. But Girl Gans is missing. So maybe Lala can't get a hold of her and she would like to interview or talk to the girls that supposedly were hanging out with with Randall in Nashville. Now, Randall said he never hooked up with them and those pictures didn't show anything, which they didn't. It's true. But he says no. Now, there were text messages that dropped of him flirting with girls, but that's a different thing, right? Than actually hooking up. And let's face it, from what I understand, Mauricio gets naked girl pictures sent to him on his DMs. Now, I'm sure he never responds. But if he did respond, I mean, you don't leave him over it. You figure out did anything really happen before you nuke your whole life, right? So, yeah, we're going to have to see how this plays out. Don't you think? I feel like we have to wait and see. Well, I just wish that Randall or Lala would come on my show. One thing I know for sure, thus the topic title of the thumbnail, is Lala is coming for Randall and GG now, for sure. And so I have a feeling that she's figuring out how best to do that at this point. Yeah, that's what I would say she's doing right about now. And I'm sure it's going to be epic, knowing Lala. All right. please tell me, do you agree with GG coming out in Randall's defense? How do you feel about Randall and Lala at this point? Do you agree that Lala should continue to put him down publicly? Do you think she should stop? Do you think it's a publicity stunt? How do you feel about Randall at this point? Do you appreciate more that he's being quiet, or do you think he's, being quiet something to hide? So what do you think is happening here? Let's talk about it. If you like this video, please, well, even if you don't like this video, could you please subscribe, like, and hit the notification button? And I really appreciate everything, you guys. Thanks so much. And hopefully my other video will be approved soon by YouTube. It's like, all right already.